Hey, this is Frank from Backpacking the PNW, and this time we're up at sunrise. We're in Mount Rainier National Park, and we're going to be hiking the Northern Loop. And I'm out for 4 days, 3 nights, and right now we're fogged in and can't see a thing. So should be an interesting hike to start off with here. So we'll get started here, and I've got about a half an hour to get ready to go, and we'll go hit the trail. Well, I'm hiking up from sunrise, and it's completely fogged in. Not going to have any views for a while here, maybe for the whole day, but who cares? It just feels good to be out. And I did get my camps, not all of them, so tonight I'll be at Fire Creek, and I wanted Yellowstone for night 2. It was full already, so they sent me down to Carbon River. I'll stay there and then go up to Mystic for a short day and then out. So it'll be a good hike. Just really happy to be out and on, you know, the trails are on or around Mount Rainier National Park. So it's just kind of cool. And so we're going to go ahead and get going here. This is the sign that I'm at here. Most of you guys will recognize this junction here, so kind of cool. So anyways, we're gonna get going and see what we can do yet today. Well, I'm up on the trail that's heading up to a frozen lake. I'm not sure if they call this a Sourdough Ridge Trail or not, but I'm up there and you're looking down at a service road that goes in, and then also it's very hard to see, but out there in the distance would be Sunrise Camp. Well, somewhere right about it there. So fog keeps rolling in and out. It keeps thinking that I have good views, and then they disappear again. So that's what the trail looks like. It's a pretty easy trail, easy walking. A little bit uphill to begin with. Now I got a gentle downhill till I get about right over into here, and then it circles around and heads up over the top, which will be Frozen Lake. And that's where I'm going to stop. And I usually call my wife at that time frame. And I'm probably gonna have a little breakfast because I ate at about 3 o'clock this morning, so a little on the hungry side. And it's a pretty easy day today to get down into Fire Creek Camp, so I'm just gonna take it easy and enjoy myself. Again, can't get much better than this. So that's the view in the distance. That's Shadow Lake down there, which is right beside Sunrise Camp. Okay, well, we just passed Frozen Lake, I don't know, a quarter mile ago. This is the trail right now. It's pretty cool. Just passed a group that had done the Mother Mountain Northern Loop as a whole loop. It's got to be well over 50 miles. That's kind of cool. I've done both hikes, but never together. Might have to think about that one. And right now it's still fogged in. It lifts and comes back in. Of course the mountain is right there, if you could see it, but that's okay. It's I don't know, I guess that's maybe what keeps me coming back for more, is the fact that you never see it all at one time. So the trail continues along here, circles down, around, and then back around and drops down in, and then I'll have the option to drop down into Berkeley from there. So it's kind of cool. Looking for goats. I can smell animals of some kind. They're around here. Maybe it's deer, but it's definitely got a gamey smell up here right now. So okay, Berkeley Park, guys. Fog's lifting a little bit. Got a couple guys in front of me here hiking already. Beautiful, nice and green. Some more sights from Berkeley Park. Very cool in here. Well, I'm up in Grand Park, and it's still overcast, but the fog is lifted quite a bit, so it's kind of cool up here. It just amazes me every time I come up here on what this looks like. Let me give you a quick pano. So that kind of should give you a 360. It's just fantastic. I'm going to stop and get some lunch up here and sit with my feet up for a few minutes before I drop down into Fire Creek. And or I may drop down over the top, and there's this place that overlooks the White River. And it's got sheer cliffs hanging down, you know, that you're looking down over the top of. And so it's pretty cool. And I may stop there for lunch. There ain't a bad view up here, so it doesn't much matter. So anyway, I will check back later. Okay. More of Grand Park. That other spot that I showed you was kind of the upper part of the park, and this dropped down into this, and I mean, just kind of crazy. Okay, I'm coming to the Overlook. Usually you can see Rainier, which we're going to be able to see a portion of it, and down into the White River. This is one of the best views in the park right here. Little work to get here. But not too bad, as they say. So, there's Rainier. Down to the White River. Pretty cool. Little pano. Up over there, the top of that hill, is the lookout. I think this is pretty cool. Okay, well, I finally got my camp set up. I'm at Fire Creek Camp, and in the group site, they went ahead and gave that to me this morning when I was getting my permit, and I believe usually they do that because everything else is full. We just had another set of hikers come in. There's one gal that's been here about the same amount of time I have. The other two are going to go down and check out the stuff. If not, they're going to come up here and share the group site with me, because the group site's the nicest site in the camp. The water is not classified as seasonal, but it's a trickle right now. Still plenty to drink from, and there'll be enough for the rest of the year here. And other than that, it's a camp. It's basically more of a commuter camp. There's not a lot to do here. There's no views, and you know, it's go into the next place kind of camp. Other than that, tomorrow I'll be getting up, and I need to get to Carbon River. I tried for Yellowstone, and it's already full. There's only 2 sites, so it's one of those things where it's hit or miss. But I'll get to Carbon tomorrow, and that would just make the 3rd day a lighter day for me. But we'll worry about that tomorrow. Right now I just had lunch. It's a little after 3:30, and I made a mistake today, and I bypassed my last water source before Grand Park. So if you're going counterclockwise, make sure while you're down by the creek you get water, because Grand Park is dry. Not a huge deal because I only had a few miles to get down into camp, but I was going to eat lunch up at Grand Park and I couldn't do it. So I had some snacks, but I wanted to have my soup. And I've been trying this Thai Kitchen. It's a spring onion soup mix, and I really like it. It's number one, it's filling. It fulfills my eating requirements that I have, and then also it's not a lot of money, so if I want to have 2, it's not a big deal. So anyway, easy to cook, it hydrates pretty nicely, and I always like to have hot soup at lunch, so it's one of those things where it's been good for me. Other than that, we're going to hang out here, and I'm going to get the rest of my camp set up. I've got to inflate my air mattress, and maybe I'll lay down and take a nap. Who knows? But we'll see.